because I think we were all talking about it. We were kind of getting Olympic fatigue in there when you get in like the middle of the second week. It's like, okay, we've watched so much. We're kind of ODing on Olympic coverage. But then, boom, yesterday we get, arguably, I mean, just speaking for me personally, and I think a lot of the guys on Team USA echoed the sentiment. Like, I'll remember watching that game with you guys in here for a long time. That was one of the most incredible. I mean, it made you feel proud to be an American. Yeah, should we have blown it out?
Proud to be an American.
Or at least I know I'm free.
And we win.
And it was an incredible game. And getting to see Steph and KD and LeBron at the same time, I mean, it was amazing. I'm all the way back.
Speaking of, let's go to the game that's going to be talked about for centuries, generations, decades at least, with Team USA battling against Serbia. And I'll tell you what, these itches got better since the first time we played them.
For sure.
These itches really started balling. And these itches were not going away whenever our greatest were battling. Yesterday will be forever remembered as the Steph Curry showed up for the entire United States of America game. It started out early. He had the rock. First quarter, Steph Curry in the corner. Steph Curry shit, balls in the air. FIBA, how you doing? Keep it moving. But look at the scoreboard. It's 15-13. All of a sudden, still in the first quarter, 27-20 as Steph Curry puts in 17 points. So Steph has a hell of a first quarter. It does not matter because that particular man is still playing basketball for Serbia. That's Joker. That man that just buried that three. Bogdan Bogdanovic doing the tray gun to Carmelo Anthony and his son sitting courtside. Should have done that. Should have done that. You disrespect Melo, you disrespect Braun, you disrespect the United States of America, and all of a sudden the boys woke up. We're talking about like a 34-20 or something like that, fourth quarter deficit. The flip of the switch happened, and the United States of America started getting greedy on both ends of the court. On the offensive side, obviously, it pissed off Carmelo. The beast LeBron took the tape off his eye and went crazy. But as we were cooking, as we were playing our best ball, these Serbs did not quit. Right there, we take a 1-point lead, 87-86. They huck up a three. Is the situation get a little tight for Serbia? Oh, no. Braun, board. Coast to coast, reverse layup. We're up three all of a sudden. What happened to the Serbian teams that weren't missing? What happened to the Serbia team that weren't making any mistakes? Steph Curry, steal, coast to coast layup. We're up 5 in the fourth quarter whenever we were down 15 with 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. Everybody was talking about maybe this was going to be the worst loss in the history of USA basketball, and there was a chance it was going to happen because that dude was making plays from the beginning until the end. 91-89, who do you put the ball in the hands of? Kevin Durant gets to his spot multiple times late in the fourth and knocks it down. Joel Embiid had a massive game, both defensively and on the offensive side. Steph Curry goes crazy, almost breaks an Olympic record of Carmelo Anthony, who is sitting courtside. LeBron James has a triple-double, and now we head to the finals to take on Wemby and the French in France. Should be electrifying, and I loved everything about that game.
Yeah.
It was awesome because you could tell that the boys cared.
Yeah.
You could tell that the boys were coming together. You could tell that the boys were setting the ego aside and saying, hey, we got to get this win. Tatum still doesn't play, which was certainly being questioned for about 3.5 quarters.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
As we're watching shit happen, we're like, so Tatum can't? The 6'8" guy who can guard everybody, make any shot, and give in to, we can't find a role for him. Steve Kerr, this guy's the worst coach in the history of coaching. What the hell's supposed to do over there? Is anybody talking? Is Ty Lue saying anything to Steve Kerr? Why is this going the way that's going? We're going to be playing for bronze? We're going to be playing for bronze?
Thanks.
And then all of a sudden it all clicked. And they all started playing great ball. And it was almost like an emotional moment for all of us here.
Yeah.
And Ty talked about watching. It was real. We were completely plugged in, dialed in, watching that entire game. And for 3.5 quarters, we were bummed out because we know what has been said about these American basketball players by everybody seemingly over like the last 3 years. This is the world's game now. The world has caught up. It is no longer the United States of America's game. The boys heard that. Steph Curry acknowledged it. And in the biggest game against the best player on earth in Joker, what everybody says, okay, which makes sense because of what he is and how he is, they get a massive comeback victory and go into the finals, and now they're going to take happiness from the host country. It is a beautiful thing. Let Kevin Durant chit-chat about it here immediately afterwards in the family room, I do believe, after this historic win.
Come on, man. How can you not celebrate a win like that? Look at all our families in here. Look at this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this about, you know what I mean? We all come together as one on the other side of the world like this. Starting USA chants, our section starting USA, man. It's special tonight, man. So we got to celebrate. I'm not gonna act like it's not. You know what I mean? I know we want to win the gold, but we gotta celebrate the small moments too.
Where a game like this kind of brings you even closer, right?
Guarantee you, everybody here, they'll never forget about this night. Everybody here gonna remember this night for the rest of their lives. That's how special this is. And because we came back and we showed how together we were in that fourth quarter.
He's seeking a fourth gold medal, obviously, in the Olympics. He would also say in another interview, like, this is the best team I've ever been a part of. And he also talked about how tight the team is. And if you saw in front of him, there was like 4 Lipton iced teas there. Yep. Lipton iced tea, a lot of caffeine. He said, we're going to enjoy this night. He enjoyed the entirety of the night.
Yes, he did.
We found out on Twitter he had time. Mm-hmm. And he was, he was on people till 6 a.m. local time.
Correct.
So Kevin Durant had time last night, especially for the American folks that potentially are Nuggets fans that were pulling for Joker in Serbia to beat the United States of America. Kevin Durant didn't have any time for that bullshit, as he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
It's the Olympics. Now,
it's despicable.
I will say, Sidney Crosby with Canada.
Don't do that.
You know?
Don't do it today.
When he scored, like immediately as he scored to beat the United States of America, sick. I mean, like no angle. I go, Sidney Crosby, so good. But then I immediately go, fuck him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there is that moment where you're happy for the guy who has brought so much to your town and to your team. So the Nuggets fans openly cheering for Serbia, I don't love, but I understand where they like Joker. And on the flip side, I completely understand where the Durantula on the defensive side yesterday, breaking it down, getting to a spot clean. I mean, we're not even thinking about touching. I also love that he's dunking on him for America. He also came out with a quote, said, what did he say? A lot of bullshit happens in America, but a lot of great things happen in America too. Mm-hmm. It is cool to watch everybody buy in to the moment the Olympics is. It's not just this. Simone Biles was Snoop Dogg. She was at a track event. She said, it's the first time I've ever got to watch an event. It feels like the Team USA is really taking it serious, and America needs it. Yeah. So, hey, men's basketball team, feels like you're almost at the forefront of this, and because you're the biggest stars that are ever there. We appreciate the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Let's go fucking win the gold, boys. Let's go win the gold, boys. Let's take those Frenchies' happiness. Let's thank them for their hospitality. Seems like everywhere, every event is sold out, filled up. Feels like people are going to talk about these Olympic Games as if it was a great bounce back after COVID and everything like that. So we appreciate what the French have been able to do. Poop in the water, some other stuff that happened. That's always going to take place. But I think it's time to let the French know it's our sport. And they might have Wemby, and they might have Gobert, and they might have some others.
A couple other French.
But let's go ahead and let's win this thing, boys. We're proud of you. Thank you for making America proud, and thank you for representing for all of us.
Hell yeah.
Legitimately.
Good work, boys.